Good hand. We do need a little more land, but we will get there. Oh, opponent gives me a little panda wave. Okay, hello. Kaz Morden on Odawara. Not passing priority. Could be a March of Snarling Mist. Nope, it's a Delver on 1. Okay, we'll definitely take this opportunity to kill it. We might want Infernal Grasp later for a Jin. So let's just Voltage Surge now. Smith 0. Better to get this out of the way before they draw protection. Second land. And we hit our third land drop. Alright, what do we most want to get countered here? Fable's a lot of value built in one. I guess we want Fable to resolve, so let's drop one of our Corpse Praisers. And see if that gets countered. It does. Not surprising, but that's how we're playing it. And we could have also held Infernal Grasp there, but there's no guarantee they play any creatures. They could just hold more counter magic and draw here. Alright, keep hitting lands. Now who do we want to get countered? I think I'd love for Corpse Praiser to get to land first to get that long-term value. So let's attempt a Fable here. We also not really sure we need Meathook Masker. Consider, okay. Yeah, if we had Make Disappear, we'd be in a better position because then we could hold both Infernal Grasp and Make It Disappear. But this does resolve here. Maybe they Fading Hope the token, they Impulse. All right, they take their draw. So we're hoping they drop in a creature, tap out, and we can Infernal Grasp their creature. It's unlikely, but that's what we're hoping for here. They pass to us. Interesting. I don't think we need the Masker. Everyone else is looking solid, I'd say. Shouldered. All right, well, I think we attack first. Get some mana to pay for things, and then again, it's a question of what do we want countered the most. Attempts to attack here. We make the treasure token. 2 damage. What's the highest upside? If we land Corpse Appraiser and we get to copy it soon with Fable, that's pretty good. We have to assume they're just going to counter whatever we play here. I guess Kaito's... I mean, Shoulder's one of the best things against them because it prevents their draw. Let's get Kaito countered this turn, I think. Because I'm not even convinced we can defend it. They draw first. Okay. All right. They pick their card. Are we countering Kaito or not? It sticks. All right. We'll take that. We did attack this turn. Let's just take the draw while we can. Okay. That's pretty good for us. We dropped Corpse Appraiser. I mean, they didn't counter the last thing. Is that because we had 2 mana open? Could we make a spear? Let's hold. We can hold Infernal Grasp. I don't have to... We don't have to get something countered this turn. No need to. Phase the Kaito out. All right. You want to Fading Hope the token? That's fine. Nothing we can do about that. 1 to the top. All right. 5th land. The Jin comes down. So given the number of syncopates and things like that, I think we actually want to wait till our turn. We want to make sure that we have enough mana to pay for anything they want to counter with. So we'll let this pass to our turn. Unless they tap out here. No. Alright. Transform you. We could take a draw discard first. We're not going to attack no matter what. Let's take a draw here. In case we get another instant that can interact with the Jin. Soren's not bad. We'll probably drop off the land. And we want to attempt this while we have the maximum amount of mana around. So you have to have protection or counter for it. They have a hard counter. They're completely tapped out now. So what's the best way to defend? Soren isn't terrible. Makes a blocker. They probably just bounce it, pick off one of these things. Corpse Praiser, if they don't deal with Reflection, is just a lot of value every single turn, although there may not be that many creatures in the graveyard. There's only 1 Delver and another Corpse Praiser, so that's not terrible. Soldier's pretty good in the race. I think we can try to drop Soren here, get a flying blocker. I don't hate that. They only have 2 cards left. No guarantee they can even bounce it. Alright, so we might lose... They might pick off the token, and they might pick off one of our Planeswalkers, but we may keep another one. No? Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and defend here. Go up 2 lives. Keep our Soren around. Plays an Impulse now for 1. Very cheap. They're looking for counter magic. If we can land Corpse Appraiser and copy it, that's pretty huge. At some point, if we get Shoulder down, it will give them some issues. That's okay, too. It makes these weaker. Let's start with a plus off of the Sorin. Great. Land is good. Then I'd like to successfully resolve the Corpse Appraiser. Let's try. Okay, hard counter goes there. So we're only going to have enough mana to... let's go ahead and attack first. And then we'll get our free draw off Kaito. And then we'll try to drop the Trespasser. Harvester. Plays around some kind of counterspell. Also allows us to immediately pick off the Jin next turn. So I'm down for that. Because we can copy it with Kiki Jiki. Alright, we have one blood token. And here we have an answer to the Jin now. Thirst for Discovery. Okay. Draw 3, then discard a card unless you discard a basic land card. They drop off 2 negates against us. Okay. They're not worried about Planeswalkers. They're up to an 11-4. They play another Jin. Alright. Well, we only have an answer to one of them currently. And they go in face or Planeswalker? They go in Planeswalker. No, they might go face. No, they're going to go Sorin. Alright, they go after Kaito. Kind of interesting because I don't know if we're going to get to attack this turn anyway. Alright. More lands, okay. Probably want to take our plus. Minusing is interesting. Minusing does protect it another turn. Alright, I think we're going to minus the Sorin. Let's start by copying the Harvester. See if they have removal. Nope, they let that go. Create a blood token. Attempt to sack and kill the Jin. See if they have protection. March both. Wow. Alright. So they phase it out. They go face. So we have to draw into an answer right now, or we lose. Or we need a flying blocker. We have one flying blocker here. Let's take the cycles and look for an instant speed removal spell, I think. We have enough mana to spend for a bit. Could drop off Shoulder, I suppose. Trespasser is probably worse. Let's drop off the Trespasser. There's still stick by the opponent, so this last card is playable. I think we cycle once more. We're looking for an Infernal Grasp or something. Voltage Surge isn't big enough anymore either. Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair doesn't get there either, so we need to make the blocker. So I guess we're going to play Shouldered this turn. It sticks, and we need the blocker. And if they can bounce the blocker, then they just win. Alright, opponent's down to 13. And can they remove the blocker is the question. Any bounce spell, any phase out spell. They attack with both? They attack with only one. Okay. Well, is there any chance we have lethal in the crackback? We actually might. I think we take 12 here. I think we take 12 here. Down to 5. Gain of life is good. Probably take the plus here. We don't have to take it if we don't want to. Reveal. Well, we only have one thing to do. And it is Invoke Despair. We probably want to copy the token. I think we attack with Shouldered and see if they want to trade. But if we're going to draw a card, we might as well do this first, so. We'd like to get rid of both Jins more than life gain. Alright. Let's attempt this. See if they block. They don't. We drop to 7. We then attempt this. Probably have something to do here. Drop down to 6, so their life total doesn't matter. They have the hard counterspell. Nothing we can do about that. Okay. And we end here. And again, we'll see if they have an answer. We attempt to copy the token. Looks like we actually get to blockers here. Interesting. We We go up to 10. Play another land. Okay. I mean, we could minus if we want to guarantee. What could we possibly get here if we plus? A creature to make another hasty attacker. We're pretty close to victory. They scoop. Okay. Whew. Close game. I guess they had nothing. Close game for sure. Good one. Looking okay here. On the draw. Got a nice mix of threats and answers. Up against Tomo, playing mono black. Well, we can start here. Means we do not have Voltage Surge on 1, but we can get an underdog on 2. Second land. Underdog of their own. We'd love to set it up so they can pick it off and Corpse Appraise it in the same turn. How likely is that? We'd have to do that on turn 4. I think we just drop our own underdog here. Okay, third land. See if they go Liliana. They target it. Cut down. Underdog has been cut down. They play out another one. Okay. Well, third to the face. Our land is okay as well. We can strip our own underdog. That's completely fine. And I think that is, in fact, what we do here. Appraise the corpse. Take 1 damage. We have a good blocker. We're planning to flash that back anytime soon. And we'll get another creature. Not bad at all. Question is, can we survive long enough? If they go removal again, Frontal Grasp here. Oh, happy to take this trade. That's fine. Down to 13. We've got good answers. We do need to stabilize a bit, though. They drop Liliana. We do not have a hasty answer to that. Each player discards a card. We could lose the tap land here. I think that's fine. Our land is good. Attacking on Liliana isn't super effective. Shoulder just gets sacked immediately. We don't have a treasure token for Voltage Surge. Meat Hook for 2 is not terrible here. Then they plus again. We do what? Drop off another land? We drop off the underdog. We still can't really... We can't quite get where we want to be. I guess we want them to minus, and then we flash it back next turn. That's what we would like most to happen here. We could also just pick it off now by throwing a hasty version at it. I don't love that, though. Let's drop a regular underdog. We might hold the land in case they plus. And here, hold Voltage Surge. I want them to minus. Alright, they do minus. That's fine. Now Liliana's down to 2 loyalty. They drop a Trespasser. That's not quite as good. Take the underdog. Alright. Plan has become foiled. Not good. Alright, well, we're just going to take this now. Could just take out Liliana at this point. That's probably better. Yeah, let's do it like that. Alright. Then go land Meat Hook Massacre, and everything is okay once again in the world. Alright, so that's a -3 Massacre right there. Shoulder is interesting, but if they go removal, shoulder it somehow, it's a lot of damage to take. Let's try shoulder this turn. It's a little greedy. Meat Hook next turn. See if we can get them to deploy anything else into us. They go Infernal Grasp right here. We're going to feel pretty bad, but they won't have enough mana to do that and flash back the underdog. Alright, they're looking for lethal here. Just you two. Nope, everyone goes. Strip a creature. Doesn't really matter who we block, because we're going to Meat Hook Massacre everyone anyway. So, this is fine. Down to 2. One of the underdogs dies. They won't have enough mana to do a whole lot next turn. They want to keep running it back. We draw a card. Backup shouldered is interesting, but not what we need here. And we go -2. Do we want to attack? I guess not, right? Because we need the blocker back, so it's just -2, no attacks. Technically we could, but nah, let's not. Alright. We're sitting pretty. 1 shoulder to defend against the world. When it doesn't have enough mana to both Infernal Grasp and Underdog this turn. So they shouldn't have any attacks through us. And we do have backup Shouldered ready to go. 5th land. Colt Conscript. Okay, they may attempt to go wide here and sneak through the last bit of damage, but we are going to quickly draw. That's really interesting. I mean, that draws a lot of cards for us, which gains us life. So that's probably what we do this turn. And it's only if a non-skeleton. Now, if they go Infernal Grasp, that's interesting. What if they go Infernal Grasp this turn? Pick off our thing. Get back both the Cult Conscript and the Underdog. That's 5 damage. Oh, we don't even have triple black anyway, so that is not the line we're making. I think they might Infernal Grasp Shouldered on our turn this, though. We'll see. Did we not have quadruple black? Oh, yeah, this is not black, yeah. Okay, we have another blocker now. It's pretty good. No attacks. Definitely holding priority here, so what is it? It's just Takanuma. Okay. Interesting. Not as scary at all. They get back Liliana. We're going to have a sack a creature. We're happy to sack the token. We could almost sack Shouldered with Invoke Despair, but maybe they'll have us plus here.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when
Okay. Cut down you. Minus on Shouldered. Get in for 2. They're making it work here. Okay. It's a close game. Down to 5. We hit the land for Invoke Despair. That's pretty interesting. We have to take damage for it. So we do that. How many pain lands do we have? It would just be 1 pain land. We drop to 4, and they hasty underdog us. No, I don't think we can do it that way. So what we really want to draw here, because they're going to plus Liliana, is we want to draw something else we can play this turn. All right, that's not it. But that's okay. All right, so now they plus Liliana. We drop off the land. We were hoping to hit a 2-drop there that we could play alongside Shoulder, but didn't happen. They scoop? Wow, I don't think that was that cut and dry. Anything could have happened. Interesting. I'll take it. All right, on the play, tap lands all the way. Sounds like a Christmas jingle. Well, we'll give it a go. Want to also off to the tap land start. Here we go again. Turn 3, probably an underdog. Okay, tap land for tap land. Dismal Backwater. All right. Well, play you out, and we'll drop an underdog here. No stick. A little bit of stick there. One has removal, looks like. Voltage Surge away the underdog. Could play it back as soon as next turn if we don't want to drop Shouldered into Counter Magic, for example. Corpse Appraiser removed right from the graveyard. Feels bad. Alright. Mila Sulkanar and an Odawara. Liliana's not bad here. Unless they have a hasty underdog of their own. Shouldered's also fine. We're not in a rush to kill the Corpse Appraiser. And we can leave protection back for Liliana now against a hasty underdog if they have double black. Takanuma, they have double black now. Babel comes down. That's an important one to get through. 1 mana, Rona's Vortex back to the hand. Okay. Take 3 down to 17. Interesting. Moorland's pretty good here. -3 Massacre is not bad at all. Better than dropping Liliana for sure. I think we can go for that here. Fifth option, if we go Shoulder this turn. Right, we could wait a couple turns for the Fable, but I think that's okay. Let's just -3 here. I don't want to play Shouldered, have it get bounced or killed again, and have them sneak in for more damage and get close to being at lethal. Plus, it's nice to have a Massacre down early in the game. Okay, they drop off their own Massacre and a tap land. Play out their 5th land drop. They drop their own Shouldered. Whoops. Too slow on the upkeep stop there. Yeah, we resolve this. Wow. Invoke Despair. We do not... Oh, we do have Alt Black for it, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're good. Move to main. And we just drop Invoke Despair on them. They only have 1 mana open. It better not be Spell Pierce, right? That'd be so sad. Here we go. Target opponent. They're not going to run Spell Pierce. Okay, we're good. We're good. Very nice. What a swing. Good lord. Invoke Despair is good in the right matchups. Corpse Appraiser. All right. Very strong value card. Exile their own Sheoldred. We'd love to hit some Corpse Appraisers of our own. Fires of Victory. Interesting. And another Fable. Okay. Well, we might run back the next Massacre here. But we don't have to. We could go Liliana plus Cut Down, which I don't hate here. And hold Infernal Grasp open. Okay. When it sacks a creature. And here, we have Infernal Grasp. If they do have a hasty underdog, they might not have any underdogs in this deck. We haven't seen any so far. Fable doing Fable things. Another Corpse Appraiser. They are hitting their card draw, and we are hitting our removal. That's the game right now. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably take this out. Resolves. Do we want to plus and drop off the Massacre? Massacre does deal with Fabled next turn. We can probably drop off this land pretty easily. Start with the plus. Drop you off.
You won't be outsmarting me.
When it drops off their own land. Well, we attempt a Sheoldred here. 3 mana open by the opponent. Sticks, at least initially. Vulture Surge on Liliana. Okay.
Fine.
Well,
I know when I'm not wanted.
we're tied up currently. Opponent has a Fable. We have a Sheoldred on the battlefield. Opponent has had tons of card draw this game through multiple Fables and Corpse Appraisers. Rona's Vortex. Okay, bottom of the deck. It's a game. Play this out just to avoid discard. Go ahead and -2 here. It's fine. We don't want to let them play out another Corpse Appraiser and copy it in the same turn. That would be brutal. And we are completely out of cards. Opponent still has 1 card left. Again, at any point, we could hit Corpse Appraiser and be back in this game. That's not it, but it does something. See if they counter it. Nope, lands. No removal. All right. Let's get rid of these Corpse Appraisers, I guess. It's funny because we actually might want to leave them for our own Corpse Appraisers to pick off, but because we're more likely to draw more Corpse Appraisers than they are. Flip to Nightside. Okay. I think we'll go for the damage, though. Keep stripping creatures. Creature. All right. Take 2 more damage. Opponent takes it all down to 8. What is in their hand right now? We'll keep playing out lands just in case they have any discard stuff. Urtai Resurrected. Target you. Okay. They discard a card. Discard a land. Lose a life. We get to draw a card. It's not what you want to see, though. Opponent down to 7 with Urtai Resurrected. Oh, no. They get the blood token. They can start cycling. All right, we have 20 life. We have a little bit of buffer to top deck. No more Meathook Maskers left. We gotta use both of them. Oh, come on, deck. Come on. I guess we could hold stick if we really want to, but... Oh, that's so sad. Opponent has definitely outdone us this game by drawing Corpse Appraiser early. What else you got? Nah, whatever. I don't need to hold. I don't need to hold full control. Sheoldred. Okay. Infernal Grasp. A little too late, buddy. It's fine. It's okay. Well, the rest of the land is fine. Alright, well that was interesting. So we got to see the power of whatever it is. These Corpse Appraisers are very solid. Great reason to play Grixis. Master for 0. You know, drop a 3/3, draw a card. Feels pretty good. So we'll take 1 block this turn and see if we can get out of it, but it is near the end of the game at this point. They have removal here. All right, good game. Nice. Looking pretty good to me. Unless we draw a black mana source, we're going to start with Haunted Ridge here. We can't use Cut Down on turn 1 anyway, given our land situation. Opponent on mono black. Do nothing for the first 2 turns, okay. Well, they could probably just drop the... So Ken's in here. And we don't have to drop a Harvester into a turn 3 Liliana. We can instead go Bankbuster. None of their removal can hit it, so that's a pretty good play for us. Field of Ruin. Uh-oh. How many basics do we have in the deck? Basics check. Nobody runs this card, right? There are no creature lands. Why would you run it? All right. What are we doing this turn? Cut down's too small. Could play the Harvester, hold the cut down for something else. Could get the Fable going. We probably want to get the Fable going because we might run into some bigger issues soon enough. So let's deploy you. Let's drop a Fable. I think we're going to want to draw a discard. If they go turn 4 Shouldered, for example, we have no answers in hand, so we might need to develop some answers quickly. They play Sorin. So Cut Down can pick off the token. Let's see if they attack or not. They might plus instead. They plus instead. All right. No attacks. We got a nice little draw discard. All right, let's take out the tap land. Could drop off one more land. Cut Down's not doing anything, but it will eventually. Maybe we drop 2 lands here. How sus is that? Harvester's not doing a lot, though it's good once we start copying it. Let's drop off Takanuma. Let's drop off 2 lands here. All right, Meat Hook gives us a good answer eventually. To play one of these lands. Could just go another Fable here. I do want to hit land next turn, though. So maybe it's Harvester and draw off the Bankbuster. We can also attack down, which is kind of interesting. Send the 4/4 in there. See if they want to block or not. Alright, Sorin drops down. Might be able to pick it off next turn. Let's go ahead and drop another Bankbuster. I'm really nervous about these Field of Ruins. I don't know if we're running any basics. Sorin pluses. They hit a Shouldered. All right. Well, again, we're going to need the answer for that at some point. 2 more lands to a -4 Masker. 3 more lands to a 5. Yep, Shouldered is a big issue here. Land is great. Okay. So if we can get to a point where we can copy the Harvester multiple times, that might not be the worst thing in the world. I think we just drop another Fable here. Clock is ticking, though. We need to answer Shouldered soon. No attacks. And here. Alright, opponent goes up to 18. They keep plussing. They got this Sorin draw engine. We really wish we had an answer. Concealing Curtains, interesting. Blood for knowledge. Well, they could take either the cards in hand are not very impressive. Meat Hook for 2 is, in fact, brutal. Extremely brutal. Let's start with this. And if we're not going to get the blood tokens off, we can either cycle or just take the draw. I guess just take the draw with the Bankbuster. Woof. Cut down there. Well, we'll take our draw, I guess. Jaya. Yeah, I don't know how impressive you're looking right now. Cut down not having any targets is hurting us a little bit. That Masker, though. Okay. So we have to hit land this turn. We want to get to Masker, I think, is our game plan here. A lot of damage this coming turn. Cut down is doing absolutely nothing. Jaya can stall for a turn, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I think I'd rather drop the Fable and try to Masker next turn. Definitely not an amazing position. How does Trespasser fare? I know, we draw. I know, it's tough. Yeah, down to 6. We might just lose anyway. All right. Well, we got -4 Massacre currently. We need one more. So I guess we drop a Fable and a Trespasser and hope to survive one more turn here. Is there any creature we can get for life? There are 0 creatures down here. All right, well, we'll take Cut Down then. Okay, we're very close to dead. When it keeps plussing with the Sorin, yeah, Cut Down not looking good against the Trespasser. That's a little bit of a rough start for us. The inability to deal with Sorin early has really punished us this game. Cut Down there. We can't power you up, so we'll let that go. And we needed that mana, so now we have to top deck the land here, which is tough. Is that a hasty underdog? All right, that's probably just game then, right? Block take 6. Yep, that's game. Did not get there. Needed an answer to Sorin early and did not have it. Punished. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. Grixis control, super fun, very strong, so many great cards to try out. Let's talk about deck construction. There's one mistake I think I made when constructing this deck, and that is with respect to creature density. I don't think I ran enough creatures. 1, because it allows you to protect your planeswalkers much better, and 2, because there are various combos that require creatures or the effects based off of creatures to trigger. For example, the Corpse Appraiser, a 3-mana 3/3. If you can exile a creature from any graveyard, including your own, when it enters the battlefield, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your library and add one to your hand. That's, I mean, I won't say it's busted, but that's pretty dang good. So you need creatures in the graveyard, either your opponent's or your own. And if they're going to be your own, you actually have to run creatures so they can get picked off on 2, so that you can get the value of Appraiser on 3. So for that reason, we'll get to more reasons later. I think you actually don't need Bankbuster in this deck. I think you need to take that out. It's kind of tempting to throw it in a lot of control decks because it is so good over the long game. But as we'll talk about shortly, there's just a ton of value baked into this deck, one of which is Corpse Appraiser. Obnixilis, great when you have a 2-drop ready to go. You can sometimes attack if you don't think they'll block, you think you can get through for free damage, and then sack your 3-powered creature to copy the Obnixilis, get that combo going. Kaito Shizuki benefits when you attack. If you can drop a creature on 2 and attack, you automatically get the +1 before it phases out. Liliana's fine. Doesn't mean, just nice to have creatures to protect them. Same with Sorin and Jaya, which we'll talk about later too. Having a density in creatures allows you to protect your planeswalkers and also combo off with Kaito, Obnixilis, and Corpse Appraiser. Also, having more Harvesters in the deck also allows you to more consistently have a blood token sitting around for Voltage Surge. So these are lots of reasons to not run Bankbuster and run more creatures. And additionally, I think there's so much value baked into this deck from the draw engines of Corpse Appraiser, Kaito, Fable, Sorin, that you don't actually need the Bankbuster in here, and it is counter synergistic, if that's a term. The other change I would make to the deck is I don't think Jaya is good enough to run, really. The plus to make a 1/1 does not trade as well as the minus to make a 2/3. Or even the Devil token here can at least trade with an underdog. The Negotiator +1 prowess token is not good enough to trade, so I don't think that makes the deck. I think you just go +1 Sorin there, and you'll be just fine. Other interesting deck decisions, Sulkanar the Tainted could definitely make a version of this deck. You have to think about, what does Invoke Despair do? What does Meathook Massacre do? What does Sulkanar do? They have somewhat similar but different roles. Invoke Despair is best against control. You pick off one of their creatures, you pick off one of their planeswalkers, sometimes you pick off an enchantment, and through all that, you maybe draw a couple cards. Very good against control. It's at its worst against wide boards. You pick off just one of their creatures, sure, you draw a couple cards, but then they bash you with, their Raiju and their Trespasser and whatever else is smucking up the battlefield. Massacre, not as good against control, although it does have some value in grinding out games, much better against wide boards. So where does Sulkanar fit in? First off, it's a 5/5 body. That blocks aggro pretty well. 3 damage to other target creature or planeswalker. That can completely stabilize the battlefield. Can maybe pick off your opponent's planeswalker, but not always. Often, 3 damage will be enough to pick off a planeswalker, but it won't always be. So it's not quite as good against control as Invoke Despair, I would argue, but it can be pretty good, and it's very stabilizing against aggro. So you could, I think, cut either one Meathook Massacre or one Invoke Despair and put in one Sulkanar, because it does kind of bridge the gap in that it stabilizes and could maybe pick off a planeswalker to be better against control, but doesn't quite do either to the same effect as the Massacre or the Invoke Despair. If you do run that, you might want to fit in Arona's Vortex, just so you have the option to return target creature to its owner's hand, so that it does not, if it flips to the opponent, you can bounce it back. That is one way you can make the deck, but pretty happy with what I have here with the changes I just made. Anyway, that's all. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.